Former tag team champion has no interest in coming back to WWE right now. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. A former WWE champion has no interest in returning to the company. She left earlier this year. Shotzi wrestled for WWE for several years and was a regular feature on NXT before moving to the main roster. After a brief stint there, she went back to NXT, where she continued to appear prominently each week. Unfortunately, she left the sports entertainment juggernaut earlier this year. Since her release, she has been working on the independent scene and has been involved in storylines with Karrion Kross and Scarlett. During a recent appearance on Rule Breakers with Saraya, Shotzi stated that she wouldn't return to WWE right now because she's having so much fun on the indies. The former NXT Women's Tag Team Champions also explained that she wants to become undeniable before returning to the Stanford-based promotion. Not right now, just because I'm having so much fun on the indies and I think I just need more time to do me and have fun before I go in there. Because I just want to make so much noise here doing me, to where I would go back there and just be undeniable. Like they couldn't throw me into catering, they have to use me. I want them to be forced to utilize me. H/T Wrestle purists. One of the things that helped Shotzi get over in WWE was her entrance. She rode to the ring in a mini tank. This helped her stand out from the other women in the company. However, now that she's no longer part of the sports entertainment juggernaut, the company has held on to the tank. During an interview with SHAK Wrestling, Shotzi said that WWE won't give her the tank back even after she offered to buy it from them. But I'm not sure why they won't give me the full tank back. I even offered to buy it. I was like, whatever you guys want for it, I will dish it out, just because it means so much to me, and it was such a big part of my career, and my entrance is always such a huge deal for me. So yeah, I just want it back, and I know that they're not going to use it. I'm sure it's in the warehouse and there's just a bunch of stuff piled on top of it. So yeah, I'm still holding out, that they're gonna give it back to me. H/T Wrestling News. Sunil is a pro wrestling journalist, covering AEW and WWE news stories at Sportskeeda. He holds an MBA degree in marketing and has nearly 7 years of experience. A wrestling aficionado since childhood, Sunil used to imitate his favorite wrestlers as a young kid and started writing professionally about the sport via Sportskeeda's revenue-sharing opportunity. Sunil admires former world champions AJ Styles, Will Ospreay, and Kenny Omega for their ability to consistently deliver great matches as well as entertain crowds with their mixed skills. If ever given a chance to change a storyline, Sunil would have booked Roman Reigns to end The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak instead of Brock Lesnar. According to him, the tribal chief needed the victory more than Brock Lesnar, as the latter was already an established performer when he defeated Taker. He would have also made that as Taker's final match. Always focused on making his work accurate and reliable, Sunil thoroughly checks his facts before writing his articles. When not writing for pro wrestling, he spends his time watching cricket. Former tag team champion has no interest in coming back to WWE right now, as one of the most talented and recognized names from the tag team division has made it clear that a return to the company is not on the horizon despite speculation among fans and the constant buzz surrounding surprise comebacks and reunions in professional wrestling. Over the past few years, the former champion, whose legacy in WWE includes iconic matches, unforgettable storylines, and memorable partnerships, has now shifted focus towards ventures outside of WWE, leaving many to wonder if they will ever see him under the company's spotlight again. The wrestling world is always filled with rumors and anticipation, particularly when it comes to former stars making sensational returns, but in this case, the veteran has firmly stated that his priorities lie elsewhere, at least for the foreseeable future. His remarks came during a recent interview where he was asked directly about the chances of re-signing with WWE, and whether the allure of the grand stage at WrestleMania or Survivor Series could pull him back into the fold. His response was direct. He acknowledged the role WWE played in shaping his career, but admitted he does not currently feel the need or desire to come back, emphasizing that his life outside the squared circle has become more important to him in this phase of his journey. This revelation is particularly significant because WWE under Triple H has shown a tendency to bring back several past names to boost storylines, improve roster depth, and capitalize on nostalgia acts, with fans frequently fantasy booking reunions of past tag teams or dream matches involving stars who once dominated the division. The news that this former champion has no intention of returning could alter some expectations for fans who may have been holding out hope for a comeback. The identity of the star makes this even more impactful because his contributions to the tag team division during his run cemented his place in history as someone who raised the profile of tag wrestling at a time when WWE was transitioning its creative vision. He was known for combining athleticism, charisma, and unique in-ring psychology to deliver stand-up matches alongside his partner, with whom he held the tag team championships in some of the most memorable rivalries of their generation. While WWE often presents a tempting platform for former stars by offering high-profile storylines, special appearances, and even part-time deals, it is clear that this individual currently prefers to invest energy into personal projects, media appearances, and potentially exploring opportunities in other promotions where the schedule is less demanding and creative freedom may be greater. This decision also highlights the growing trend of wrestlers choosing to prioritize personal lives over the grueling travel and physical toll of WWE's schedule, which remains intense despite changes under the new regime. Many fans will recall how this star once spoke about the pressure of constantly being on the road and the challenge of staying physically and mentally sharp for performances several nights a week, and it now seems that stepping back has allowed him to find a better balance between his career and personal aspirations. The refusal to return right now does not necessarily close the door forever, and wrestling history shows that many stars who once declared themselves done have often resurfaced when the timing, money, or creative storyline was right. WWE has a way of convincing former icons to step back into the spotlight, especially during milestone events like WrestleMania 40 or Survivor Series anniversaries, where the lure of a historic moment can be too great to resist. However, based on his most recent comments, it seems fans should not expect any sudden surprises from this particular name in the coming months. It is also worth noting that WWE's current tag team division is thriving, with new stars emerging as champions and veterans like the Usos, The New Day, and others continuing to carry the banner. So perhaps the company itself is not actively pursuing a reunion at the moment, instead focusing on building future stars. Even though the fan base loves callbacks and legendary appearances, social media reaction to the star's statement has been divided, with some fans respecting his decision to prioritize himself, while others expressed disappointment that dream scenarios such as a reunion with his old partner or a face-off with today's top teams may never happen. One section of fans even speculated that his comments may be a strategic move to distance himself publicly, only to return later in shocking fashion, something WWE has capitalized on numerous times over the years. But for now, all signs indicate that he is content with life outside the company. The wrestling landscape is also broader than ever, with opportunities in AEW, NJPW, Impact Wrestling, and independent circuits providing platforms where stars can remain active without committing to WWE's demanding schedule. Thus, this particular name might continue to make appearances in other arenas while staying away from the WWE spotlight altogether. As the news continues to circulate, it reinforces the unpredictability of wrestling, because just when fans expect a comeback, the star himself shuts the door, and just when they have given up hope, the door often reopens in dramatic fashion. For now, however, the reality remains that this former tag team champion has no interest in coming back to WWE right now, and his stance reflects both personal priorities and the shifting dynamics of the wrestling business, where loyalty to WWE is no longer the only path to legacy building. Fans will undoubtedly continue to debate and speculate, but the final decision rests with the man himself, whose words have made it clear that, at least today, a WWE return is not in his plan.